Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Mite. I Michael Cole with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. And today on Dynamite or Mite, we're gonna have Father Yule here today on Dynamite or Mite. And I know some folks are gonna say, well, isn't some folks are going to say, well, it's the 11th month and not not the 12th month. They're going to say, well, that's true, but Father Yule, Santa Claus, comes in a TWF from the 11th month into the 12th month here in the toy wrestling gathering, and we're going to want to see, what's going to happen here today on Dynamite or Mike. Well, I can tell you something right now. Tony Schiavone says Santa Claus has been involved in some wars, since he came to the toy wrestling gathering, and most of them would have been between John Cena and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Well, you would say that would be true. Yeah, it would be true, Taz says. And don't forget, he's also been involved in a war between Becky, Becky Lynch and Harry Potter, Taz says. I don't know how he's gotten himself in that bind, but he doesn't know how he's going to get out of it. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Yule. Happy gathering of lights. Happy gathering of followership as well. It is I, Santa Claus, Father Yule. And first, today, I gotta talk about some folks, sadly, who are on the bad list. I didn't put them on the bad list, so let's be earnest about that. It was God and Jesus that put them on the bad list for their deeds. But those deeds are forgivable. And those folks know who they are, and they know why they're on the bad list, and they know how they can get themselves off the bad list. You see, first would be Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and so, you put me on the bad list, is that right? Yes. How did you even put me on the bad list? Well, like I told you, it wasn't me who put you on the bad list. It was God and Jesus that put you on the bad list, you see. Oh, is that right, huh? Is that right, huh? That God and Jesus put me on the bad list. Well, we'll just say that my sins and misdeeds are forgivable. But no one puts a man on any bad list. I don't even believe in your list. You never gave me anything, so I had to go it myself. You think that I wrote to you growing up about how I wanted to be the WWE Woman Heavyweight Fighter, or the WWE Woman World Heavyweight Fighter, or the WWE Women's Tag Team Fighters, or the WWE NXT Woman Heavyweight Fighter. No, I put my time in. You think that I even did that? Yeah. But then most of the time you were writing to me when you were younger, Rebecca, and it had nothing to do with all the straps you won in WWE, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever. It was about you wanting me to get your mother and father to come back together, because they had broken up a long time ago. And I said, I'm sorry I couldn't do that. Well, you don't bring up my past, And I'm one of the greatest women wrestlers there are out there. It's not only me that says it. Sports Illustrated or Sports Insider has that same belief too. TMC's got that same belief. Yes, I'm quite aware a lot of news farcy or a lot of news folk works and monthlies and news sheets and whatever and websites all have the same belief that you are the greatest wrestler that ever lived. But that's the belief. And when I saw you do the Harry Potter yesterday, well, that was sad. Oh, so you're upset what I did with Harry Potter, huh? Well, Harry Potter never did anything quite good at all. Well, I believe Harry Potter did do something good. He ended up living. He ended up being one of the very few men that ended up fighting Baltimore, whatever his true name was. And you're gonna say Harry Potter says that I didn't do anything good? I'm the one. I did a lot more things than you, Becky Lynch. Alright? You think you're the greatest wrestler or the greatest fighter or the greatest overstar to ever live. That's your belief. And I don't care what the monthlies, news sheets, books, websites all say about you. It's all belief here. And you, I'm going to win the TWF Allegheny Share winnings. Then I'm going to knock you on your bloody rear like I did yesterday on NXT, and I'll do it here today on Dynamite or Mike. Fuck you. Hold it, Becky Lynch. That's a fast track to the bad list. You think I give a shit about your bad list? Father Yule, Santa Claus, Holy Fellow Nicholas? You think, see, first off, I don't care, Harry Potter, if you're a warlock. You know, spellcraft or witchcraft or whatever. And I don't care if it's either Christopher Kringle, Seth Applegate, Joseph Carradus, or Scott Calvin. I could don't care who's doing it these days. Why don't you say you're sorry to Father Yule, and you need to get yourself off the bad list. Two can play that game. Well. Look, Harry, you do not want to go down the same road. Two wrongs don't make a right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say that I'm sorry. You can say that you're sorry, about, you can go say you're sorry, about, you can say you're sorry about, and you could say, Becky Lynch, you're sorry. No, I don't think so. I think no. Oh! Hey, you're not going to hit him. You don't do that. Get on my way, Father Yule, or I'll knock you down too. Oh, look, Ric Flair says, you don't go around knocking folks down. Harry, I understand. I gotta hold you back here. Look, you don't knock anyone down. You want to have a match with Harry Potter? Well, guess what? You're getting that match with Harry Potter. You want to knock him down? Well, guess what? The match happens now. And it's not going to be any kind of match. It's going to be the Hershey Kiss King match. The Hershey Reese's Peanut Butter Cup staff match. That's what it's going to be. And it will be for the TWF Hard Middle Winnings. So, get a Fight Lord out here now. And we're going to bring these two boxes into the ring now. Alright. I know when I need to get out of here. Ho, ho, ho. Well, Santa Claus, or Father Yule, was wise enough, to get out of the ring. Was wise enough, to get out of the ring. Was wise enough to get out of the ring. Alright, this match is for the TWF, hard TWF 24/7 winnings. First he is Harry Potter. And she is the TWF Allegheny Share fighter, Becky Lynch, standing. Well, this match, the Fight Keeper's got to get out of the way. And Becky Lynch just, hit Harry Potter and knocked him down. with the little Debbie Yule Tree Brownie box and hit him and knocked him down again, Michael Cole says. I mean, this is sad, Tony Schiavone says. And now she wonders why no one onlooks her. Look at the bloody hell truths. Look at the bloody hell truths you got here. Can you read all that? Yeah, Taz says. Harry Potter can read it. He's got glasses. He can read it. Great. What was that all about, Michael Cole said, about Harry Potter wearing his glasses? A knock on him for wearing glasses. Michael Cole says. Yeah, Tony Schiavone said. What was that all about? Oh, I'm just saying he's got glasses so he can read the health truths on the little Debbie Yule Tree cakes that he got hit in the head with, Taz says, Michael and Tony. And then she's going to do it again. This time Harry Potter is the one who's going to the one who's going to get the upper hand on Becky Lynch here. Harry Potter Fontaine Bomb. And broke the boxes in. And down went the boxes, Michael Cole says. Yes, Tony Schiavone says, Harry Potter did a Fontaine Bomb on the little Debbie Yule Tree Brownie box and little Debbie Yule Tree cake boxes. But shit, will that be enough for Harry Potter to beat Becky Lynch? Tony Schiavone said. I think not, Taz says. 1, 2, and only a kick out. Becky Lynch kicks out. Michael Cole says. Looks like Harry Potter's going up to the top steeple again, Michael Cole says. Will work out, Tony Schiavone said. No, it doesn't, Taz says. And now, Becky Lynch just slammed Harry Potter on those boxes, Michael Cole says. It looks like this match is over now, Tony Schiavone said. I told you it was over, Taz says. It was over as soon as Harry Potter took on this match. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Harry's your winner. And still, the TWF Allegheny Shear Fighter. Becky Lynch. Well, Becky Lynch is still the TWF 24/7 fighter by beating Harry Potter here today on Power and Might, and the little Debbie's, Yule Brownie, or the little Deborah Yule Tree cake box match, which we only saw one time so far here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Michael Cole says. Yes, Tony Schiavone said, Becky Lynch beat Harry Potter here today on Dynamite or Might, and she's still the TWF Allegheny Shear Fighter. I can tell you right, and undeservingly, and sadly, she's still the TWF Allegheny Shear Fighter. For how long, we don't know. Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. I'll tell you right now, Taz says, that a lot of folks out there can hate Becky Lynch. They can guilt or shame Becky Lynch if they want. But they can't take away that Becky Lynch is still the TWF Allegheny Shear Fighter. Alright, that could be true. Alright, take it away, Jonathan Coachman. Alright, thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Becky Lynch here today on Power or Might. Alright, Becky Lynch. Alright, Becky Lynch. I see you are still a TWF Allegheny Shear Fighter, and you beat Harry Potter and a little Brownie and a little Debbie Brownie, Yule Cake Tree Brownies match, and a little Deborah Yule Tree Cake match box. And I can see you got a hard time holding your hand up with your small speaker in it. you know. But I'll tell you right now, Michael Cole, I'll tell you right now, Jonathan Coachman, I did beat him. And at the end of the day, Harry Potter will learn to keep out of my business, Jonathan Coachman. And at the end of the day, I will still be the TWF Allegheny Share fighter. And you don't care if I have to fight someone, a little Devra Yule Tree Brownie box, or a little Devra, little Debbie, Yule Tree cake box match. I could care less about how I'm going to go by beating someone. But I beat them. And at the end of the day, sadly, Harry Potter didn't get the work done. Oh, he may have beat Voldemort, but he didn't beat me. Well, that is true that he did beat Voldemort, and he didn't beat you. And you're still the TWF Allegheny Share fighter. But for how long? How long, Jonathan Coachman? Is that even a true asking thing? At the end of the day, how long is how long I want it to be. There's not a man or a woman that can beat the man. Well, that's my talk with Becky Lynch. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Becky Lynch here today on Dynamite or Might. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Might. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.